welcome to the live session. Today we are discussing the topic before us and how you're doing. Drop a comment so we know where you're streaming from. Yes, and we have a poll that is already up, and it's LSSC, a scam. That's the topic we're discussing today. Hi, Kapa. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, so and of course we've been talking about it for some time, and we see a lot of people are still registering and joining the company without proper due diligence. So we're hoping that we will use our platform word about this potential scam. One is choosing no. So if you're saying it's a scam, then why do you think it's not a scam? Oh, you cannot hear. Really? Can you hear now? Am I audible, guys? Oh, great. Saying that LSSC is not a scam, and we would like that person to put forward a case for his legitimacy, right? So these are the issues we're talking about. Now, the reason why we're telling people this company is one of the scams out there. Yes, exactly. We do not know the CEO. Yeah, CEO, and it's a big issue. And how do you say a company is a legitimate company without a face? A face. No one wants associated or identified as the, yet they want you to believe that it's not a Ponzi scheme. I think that best this whole movement is just a Ponzi scheme, and it will blow up just like the others. And when it does, I hope that you all don't lose your hard-earned money. So these are the things we're talking about. I hope you all don't lose your hard-earned money to this potential scam. So who is the CEO? The people who tend to defend the LSSC Ponzi scheme, they don't know who the CEO is, and they refuse to ask the question. Because if you ask such questions to whoever is inviting, and you have successfully disarmed them from telling you lies. I mean, if you say the name CEO, I mean Google can confirm. So even if they tell you lies, you can. So that is what we are talking about. Even answer the first question, who is the CEO? They can answer the first question, who is the CEO? And if they can't even answer that, I don't think we can even move forward from there. I don't think we can move forward from that point. Answer the basic questions. And the promoters are going around opening fraudulent and fake offices It's very rent a building and call it whatever you want. It's very easy. So all these things in a bid to convince uncertain individuals that the so-called Lssc is not a scam. And we're saying that we've seen these moves in the past. We've seen where they open offices, trying to convince people that, oh, this company has an office somewhere, and yeah, they're thing like that. They just come up with all kinds of bull crap just to convince people. But I tell you, a faceless company that has no CEO would definitely and certainly not have a building. So if you go, if you ask um, if you ask their promoters, they answer. They have no response. And one of the promoters has, publicly said that Lssc is not required to tell the investor who the CEO is. So I don't know. Do we have a company that cannot ask who the CEO of the company is? That's the thing. Do we have complete idiots in the United States who are investing in a company where they are telling you outrightly that they cannot reveal the face behind the company? Y'all are investing in this company because you've been promised high return on investments. Unrealistic high return on investment that is heading towards catastrophic fall, to say the least. So these things are important. They come up with MSB registration, knowing fully well that anyone can get an MSB registration. Okay, anyone can get an registration, and we've been saying this for a while now, that various Ponzi scams, um, various Ponzi scams actually have MSB registration, and LSS us that, look, we have an MSB registration, therefore we are legitimate. That in itself is a lie and deceitful. So if we start to, if you check out this platform, a lot of these Ponzi scams that had MSB registration, but they ended up scamming people in millions of dollars, billions if possible. So we people that, look, an MSB registration is not proof, and people need to understand this fact. There are basic questions that must be answered. When you see people moving like Ponzi schemes, then you call a spade a spade. You understand? If you see a company moving like a Ponzi, you have to call a spade a spade. Right? So you check out their activities, and they are just, see, I tell people that, look, if I'm trying to promote a, the least I can do is try to make it real by what? Renting a building, getting the logo of that scam, putting it in front as a signage, setting up a fake and fraudulent and telling people that it's an official building of the company. Those things are very easy to pull. These are easy to pull. And then they lure innocent victims into believing that because they have registration and they have fake buildings as of in the United States, that the scam is legit. And people don't do their due diligence. Nothing like that. There's nothing like that. I'm telling you that they are not required to do all that. Yes, exactly. The promoters are telling you that they are not required to do the basic minimum. If you look at SEC guidelines, in fact, companies are mandated to provide these basic information to investors. Yes, go and look at SEC guidelines. But these promoters, because they know that the victims do not read, the victims are educated illiterates who don't read, who cannot even ask basic questions. And so they take advantage of them. That's what I think. Again, it's up to all of us to join hands together to expose these people. If we continue to ask these questions, at least some persons will start to think properly. Not even one, at least those that are saying it's not a scam. There are some people who are saying it's not a scam in the polls. There is no KYC, and that is why they use Bitcoin, they use crypto, they use USDTC. You see? So they are using crypto because they want to avoid any form of KYC and all, right? No KYC at all. So these are the issues. Hey, and because these gullible investors are realizing the early payouts, because they're getting paid, and that's due to the fact that they joined the scheme early and they're now getting paid. Of course, a Ponzi scheme will definitely pay early investors. You understand? A Ponzi scheme is designed to pay early investors, and I like to call it robbing Peter to pay Paul. And because these people are seeing these early payouts and the commissions from referrals, they're already blinded. They can no longer think critically about the situation and ask the right questions. They no longer do that. Yes, that's another question. Why? All these are the questions that we are asking, but the promoters are playing deaf to the valid questions. All these questions are the questions we are asking. Again, Lssc, nothing but a Ponzi scam. I dare these promoters to defend this so-called scam. I know that they are here, they are on this live and they are listening, but they will never say anything because they know that what we are saying is the truth, and they do not have the answers to these questions. They don't have the answers to these questions. So they are only powerful in the comment section that don't involve live response. You see, they're only powerful in the comments that don't involve live. And then they claim that, oh, someone is getting paid, so how can it be a scam? And we keep asking them that, are you this gullible? The fact that someone is getting paid when they join a Ponzi scheme, does that make it a legit business or a legit investment opportunity or investment platform? No. You know, the fact that someone is getting paid doesn't make something legit. Address the issues, address the questions we are asking. And if you are unable to address the questions we are asking, then tell the truth. Tell the truth that it's a scam. At best, a Ponzi scheme. Tell the truth that it's a scam, and at best, a Ponzi scheme. These are the things we demand from the promoters of this Ponzi. Thank you all for joining. Yes, same with FF. Exactly, yes. FF is also a scam. I mean, in fact, consider some scam for there are scams that are there are scams that you just see and you wonder why idiots will fall for it. That is the case of FF. You know, there are scams that you see and you wonder who are the idiots that are falling for it. And that's the case of FF. So these scams, of course, they will be exposed. We are not sitting back. We are not taking it lightly. We're doing everything we can, and by the grace of God, via the platform that we've been given, we're doing everything we can to expose these scams. Yes, we're doing everything we can to expose these scams. So we will not stop, we will not relent, no retreat, no surrender. They will be exposed. Those who are saying that it's not a scam, what's your point? I mean, bring forth your strong point and let's debate. Let's debate. I've been calling for this debate, but these people have refused, to speak up. Rather, they would private messages and DMs. They don't want to be open. They don't want to come. They don't want to, join this live and speak up so that we can trash these issues. They're scared. Scared little scammers. Yes, guys, where are you streaming from? Make sure you drop that in the comments. They will be exposed, I assure you all. They will be exposed. We're waiting on those who say it's not a scam. Those who say it's not a scam, we are waiting on you to, you know, defend your company. Okay. defend your company. And there is someone who said, who was asking a question, and the person was saying that if they put them, do you get your money back after you invest and you decide to withdraw your money, right? Someone was asking that question, and honestly, the answer to that is no. You don't get your money back. You do not get your money back. So we are hoping that people will listen and not fall for this. All right, we're hoping that people will listen and not fall for it. Yes, guys, please, where are you streaming from? Drop a like on the live so that more people will join the live, and yeah, we can reach people with our message. All right. So every investigation that we've carried out on this company points to the fact that it's nothing but a scam. Every investigation that we've carried out on the company points to the fact that it's nothing but a scam, and that is what we're saying. That's what we're saying, guys. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you all for the comments. And for those who actually have other platforms and you want us to look into it critically, feel free to let us know which platform, and we'll do a critical investigation. Our forensic eye will be on such platforms, and of course, we'll tell you what we find. Hey Jack, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you've been able to convince your I hope you've been able to convince your parents not to invite other people into this scam platform, because I can recall that you said the last time you joined us live, you said your parents have actually joined. I hope you've been able to convince them not to invite other people. I know a lot of people have taken out loans just to join. So I guess your parents are actually inviting other people to join. Well, I hope they don't get in trouble for it. I hope they don't get in trouble for that, because definitely, if you're inviting people, a lot of persons a lot of persons a lot of persons will not really say how it is. They, of course, they're going to tell their invitees same thing the promoters have told them, which is a lie. Okay, your sister. Yes, so she needs to stop inviting people into the program. 100. Um, she needs to stop inviting people into the program, honestly speaking. So we're here, we're live, and I mean, feel free to share your experience. And if you have any other scam platform that you want us to look into, then you can drop the name in the comments, and we'll definitely look into it. But as regards LSSC, anyone voting for LSSC should at least be bold enough to tell us in the chat why they think it's not a scam. And they should also answer the questions that we are asking. Who is the founder and CEO? They should answer that particular question. If they can't answer that question, then sorry, it's definitely a scam, 100%. Yeah, yeah. Possible that her friend is getting paid because it's still the scam is still early. It's a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme collects money from one person and then pays the next person. And at a point, the system becomes overwhelmed, and then they fold up. And when they do, they usually fold up with a lot of money. People's hard-earned money will be lost when they fold up. So, number one, stop referring her family and friends into the program, because why? You do not know when this company will blow up in your face. So you must stop referring family and friends into the program. That's the first thing to do. Then uh then you try as much as possible to get out, right? Because it's definitely going to crash. And when it does, you don't want to be sorry, and be like, oh, had I known. That's not really a smart way to lose your money, honestly speaking. LSS is not a smart way to lose your money. If you want to throw money away, then you can give it to less privileged. Can give it to the less privileged people. LSSC is not a smart way to throw your money away. There's a similar scam that's happened in in South Africa recently a similar scam. The scam, in fact, it's the same playbook. Claim they actually invested in scooter rentals and all. They had this fraudulent platform where people could invest using crypto, and at the end of the day they scammed South Africans in millions of dollars. you know so it's a pattern, and those who will get burnt. Those who have refused to listen will get burnt. The people who are saying no, it's not a scam, and some people are in the pool. Some people are saying no, it's not a scam. Now, why can't they defend their pool option? Why can't they defend it in the charts? Why can't they defend it in the charts? They cannot defend it, but they want you all to believe that it's not a scam. Guys, don't fall for this, and make sure you spread the word so that others won't fall for it. Please, don't fall for it, and make sure you spread the word so that others will not fall for the scam called Lssc. Yes, we are giving them time to join the live, and when they join the live, we want to hear their thoughts. We want to give them the opportunity and the benefit of doubt so that they can defend what they can defend their stance based on what we are talking about. Let's give them the benefit of doubt and let them tell us who the founder and CEO of the company is. Who is the founder and CEO of Lssc? Who is the founder and CEO of Lssc? They can't tell us. They can't tell us. Raya, hi, how you doing? How you doing? We're discussing LSSC, and there is a poll. Those who are saying that LSS is not a scam, make sure you defend yourself in the comments.